Hi, my name's Clara, and I'm the Recycling and Event Coordinator here with the University of Idaho's Sustainability Center. Today, I'm going to talk to you about how and where to recycle here at U of I. The first thing we need to know is where can I bring my recyclables? Our campus-wide recycling program is currently suspended, so bins like these are going into the normal solid waste stream, but there are still options. Independent buildings and departments are collecting and self-hauling recycling. If you want to know if your residence hall is collecting recycling, contact your housing representatives. If you're passionate about campus-wide recycling coming back to U of I, you can help by reaching out to your ASUI senators. Moscow Recycling has a public sorting area nearby that's open 24/7 where you can bring your recyclables. Now that we know where to bring them, let's talk about what can and can't be recycled, and why it matters. To do that, I visited Moscow's public sorting area. First, let's start with what can be recycled. According to the Laytok Sanitation Center website, the recycling center currently accepts and has bins for cardboard and browns, that's 2-ply cardboard boxes with a wavy center, brown bags, paper towel cores, and boxboard like cereal boxes. Make sure your items are clean and dry. Newspaper and magazines. These are high-gloss magazines and catalogs. You should tear thicker catalogs into quarter-inch sections. Remove newspapers and magazines from boxes, bags, or string and just place them loose in the bin. Mixed paper. This includes junk mail, file folders, index cards, brochures, envelopes, egg cartons, construction paper, and wrapping paper. Phone books. These go in the bin located at the front of the Moscow Recycling Center building. No paperback books or catalogs. Shredded paper. You can empty shredded paper from bags into a bin inside the warehouse during operating hours. Shredding services are available during operating hours for 50 cents a pound. White paper. This includes white copy paper, printed computer paper, and lined writing paper. Place these into a bin inside the warehouse during operating hours. Glass. This bin is for glass bottles and jars. Rinse and discard the lids, and labels can be left on. Aluminum cans. Drain and rinse these and make sure there's no residue left inside. Make sure tin cans go in the proper bin. Tin cans. Food and drink cans only. Rinse these well and the labels can be left on. Scrap metals. This category includes brass, copper tubing and wire, cast and sheet aluminum, vehicle radiators, and bicycles. Number 1. Clear plastic bottles and jugs. Check the resin code on the bottom of the container and place it in the appropriate bin. Rinse these and make sure they're clean, and make sure you take the lid off. Type 1 plastic is also known as PETE, and this is the most commonly used plastic with soft drink bottles. Number 2, cloudy plastic bottles and jugs. Just like before, check the resin code on the bottom of the container and place it in the appropriate bin. Rinse these and make sure they're clean. Type 2 plastic is also known as HDPE, or high-density polyethylene. Cloudy bottles and jugs would include materials like milk cartons, and just like with the first type of plastic, make sure you take off the lids. Finally, number 2, colored plastic bottles and jugs. These are similar to cloudy plastic bottles and jugs because they're made of the same kind of plastic, but this bin is for things like laundry detergent jugs, which have color. Acceptable materials change depending on if you're using single or multi-stream recycling, so make sure to check with whoever's collecting in your building. Now that we know what can be recycled, let's look at what isn't recyclable. Napkins, paper towels, facial tissue, photos, books, or aseptic cartons aren't a recyclable form of mixed paper. For glass, light bulbs, ceramics, window glass, drinking glasses, and glass bakeware all are not recyclable. For cans, leave out foil, aerosol, and paint cans. For plastic, any kind marked Type 3 or higher isn't recyclable. Unfortunately, this means your Dutch cups aren't recyclable because they're Type 5. All plastics have a resin code, which looks like the recycling symbol with a number inside. If the number isn't 1 or 2, throw it in the trash. Plastic bags are also not recyclable. Styrofoam, medicine containers, plastic caps or lids, plastic plates or utensils, plastic clothes hangers, motor oil or antifreeze containers, candy wrappers, and chip bags are also not recyclable. Anything that has food residue or had food on it, like pizza boxes, can't be recycled, even if it says it can be. If you have items you're unsure about, the best course of action is to throw it away. Wishful recycling often leads to contamination in the waste stream, and this can cause a whole load of recycling to be sent straight to landfill instead of being recycled. Recycling is an important part of waste management, and it's up to all of us to make sure we recycle properly. Thank you for listening, and remember, when in doubt, throw it out.